They say there are too many of us. They make epidemics, wars, famine, to reduce the population of the earth. Why is the growth of the human population not profitable for the elite? What happens every time when the global population significantly increases? What benefit do we get when there are many of us? Let's look at how the increase of the Earth's population is related to the emergence of new technologies. With every new billion, there is a technological breakthrough, and a great amount of scientific discoveries emerge. There is a certain regularity. The closer we get to our time, the more we deepen our knowledge for both the micro and macrocosm. 1,000 years ago, there were 275 million of us. The field of observation of people was limited by their senses. At the end of the 16th century, when the Earth's population grew to 500 million, the microscope was invented, then the telescope was invented, and our field of observation and knowledge began to expand. From the middle of the 18th century, the population began to grow rapidly. The first industrial revolution took place. There was a mass transition from manual labor to machine one, a transition from agrarian economy to industrial production. The steam engine and steam locomotive were invented. Railroads, bridges, canals, and waterworks were built. The first balloon flight was done. At the end of the 19th century, there were 1.5 billion of us, which is when the second industrial revolution took place. New industries emerged: electricity industry, chemical, oil and petrochemical industries, automobile production, the phonograph and microphone, incandescent lamp, telephone, telegraph, radio, and internal combustion engine were invented, and the first airplane flight took place. In 1891, Nikola Tesla began practical work on obtaining free energy from ether and designed a resonant transformer, Tesla transformer. 1900 is the year when quantum physics was born, and science began to be intensely held back. Why? First, the further development of etheric technologies would inevitably lead to the fact that free energy would become publicly available. Second, recognizing the presence of ether led to understanding of the more complex structure of the world, the multidimensionality of the universe, and its artificial origin. This, in turn, would be a scientific proof of the existence of the spiritual world. Such perspectives for development went against the plans of the elite. What then to make money on, and how to keep people under control? That's why the topic of ether was banned. The paid scientists appeared, who deliberately did not allow the progress of discoveries to happen, and science lost the opportunity for its further qualitative development. 1927. There are 2 billion of us. In the 30s, nuclear medicine, the radio telescope, the electron microscope, television, the air jet engine appeared. In the 40s, the nuclear bomb, the first computer, the microwave, the transistor, fiber optics, the hard drive appeared. In 1957, the first artificial Earth satellite was launched. 1960. There are 3 billion of us. In 1961, a human flew into space for the first time. Communication satellites, the optical disc, the orbiting telescope, the touchscreen, and the cell phone were invented at this stage. The laws of physics continue to work despite all efforts of the world elite to slow down the development of science. But they didn't rush to give many developments to people. Just imagine, the microprocessor was invented back in 1971, the touchscreen in 1972, the first cell phone in 1979, 1974. There are 4 billion of us. After that, GPS navigation, the personal computer, the laserdisc player, the laptop, the artificial heart, the flash drive, and the internet appeared. Information and communication technologies were actively being developed to manipulate people. Technologies aimed at increasing consumption were also being developed intensively. Over the past 50 years, the number of Earth's population has doubled. To date, there are 8,025 million of us. We have nanotechnology, 3D printed organs, the air display, and self-healing coatings. Robotic surgeons are performing successful surgeries. On October 11, 2022, artificial intelligence made a speech in the House of Lords in the UK. At the same time, all of humanity is experiencing a number of serious crises: economic, political, social, ecological, and climatic. The ideologists of transhumanism offer their own way to solve these problems, as they believe the only one. A radical reduction of the world population to 500 million. This is being done not to solve the crisis. They can be solved effectively right now. In this case, it will be simpler for the elites to control us. But do we want that? Have we been asked? Are you ready to fall under this reduction for fact that someone will get unlimited power? To date, a threat of total destruction by climate catastrophes are looming over us. In the entire history of the Earth, we have never been so close to the closure of the humanity project. Today, we need a different format of society and the unification of the entire scientific potential of humanity. Thanks to modern communication technologies, we can easily communicate with each other, exchange experience and ideas. And we must use this opportunity. A platform for unification of the entire scientific potential already exists, but it can be fully realized only in the creative society. After all, in the current consumerist format, the best of minds stay in secret laboratories and work for the military industry. They invent means to kill us faster and more effectively. Instead of thinking about how to preserve and multiply lives, there is less and less time before the X hour. But we still have a great chance to unite and build the creative society. If we do this, great perspectives and new horizons of knowledge will open before us. Not only will we be able to turn our Earth into a blooming garden, but we will also be able to begin exploring other planets. In that case, even 50 billion people will not be enough.